Hi, this is Gail Pura, and I wanted to share one of my devotions called Why Christian Leaders Are Judged More Strictly. It's always sad to see someone give in to the propaganda that we see in our culture right now and redefine their faith to fit in with cultural values. And it's especially sad when it's an influential Christian leader. That's one reason that James 3:1 tells us that Christian leaders are going to be judged more strictly than others. Despite this warning, many people in positions of influence are accepting and teaching what is called gay revisionist theology. Now, this isn't really a theology. It twists scripture in ridiculous ways to claim that God approves of monogamous homosexual relationships. Dear Christians, more than ever before, we need to remember that all of God's commands are given for our good, and they are clearly explained in Scripture. When people start explaining why multiple Scripture passages don't actually mean what they say, we can be assured that it's propaganda. And there's nothing loving about approving of lifestyles that God says damages people's souls. It's no coincidence that as I was writing my series on propaganda, I read about Andy Stanley's Unconditional Conference. It was described as helping parents with LGBTQ children, but it was actually a gay affirming conference, and two of the key speakers were men in same-sex relationships. Stanley's description of this event is such a good example of propaganda that I want to share how he described it. He said, "In a world that makes us choose sides, you will experience a conference from a quieter middle space." Notice how this is subtly self-righteous. It's vague. It's hiding the real agenda of being gay affirming. It is choosing sides while claiming not to choose sides. And they are presenting themselves as a voice of reason, even though they're undermining biblical truth. My prayer is that God will give His true children discernment to recognize propaganda and strength to stand firm.